Hello everybody, this is Starman, and welcome back to Let's Play Batman, The Enemy Within. Well, last time you remember, we met with Jim Gordon and managed to track down Riddler's hideout, and managed to escape a death trap after a couple of tries. Third time proved to be the charm. Finally was able to get my mouse to work the way it was supposed to work. But we've escaped the death trap, and our relationship with Jim Gordon has changed somewhat. He is less than thrilled to find out that, that Lucius Fox guy who just got blown up was working with Batman, and yeah, he might be throwing civilians between him and the bad guys. Which, fair cop. World's greatest detective, and you're handing off figuring out a clue to your R&D guy. Anyway, we just left Jim, and I paused that chapter, and we are now going to continue with Alfred, apparently. So, let's see what happens next. Well, now we know where Bruce got his brooding habit from.
I heard your discussion with Commissioner Gordon. Now he knows that Lucius Fox and the Batman were allies. Gordon's dangerously close to figuring out who you are. If he does find out, I have no idea how he'll react. It's not a chance you can afford to take.
He looked me straight in the eye, Alfred. He's been our friend a long time. He deserves to know.
I understand that, Bruce, but he's still too close for comfort. I'm sorry, but he is. You were radio silent for so long. Tell me, did you find out how Lucius died?
This is a missile I found in Riddler's workshop. The explosion at Wayne Tower. We were thinking about it all wrong. The puzzle wasn't an explosive. It was an emitter. When it was solved, it emitted a signal. You heard it earlier. If allowed to play too long, it becomes a launch signal.
Dear God, you did solve the box. We just didn't know it.
The Batcave scrambler blocked the signal.
Poor Lucius. Wayne Tower offered no such protections. Our tight little family has gotten smaller because of it. It was the three of us looking out for each other. Now it's two.
With Lucius gone, we need to find someone to take over his role.
No one could ever fill his shoes. But you're right. Between the Lady Arkham affair and losing Lucius in this gruesome fashion, it's clear we're up against a new class of criminal. This war of ours, it may be too much for us on our own. The list of agency operatives from Riddler's workshop. He plans to do the same thing to them.
It's a hit list. It's only useful if he has a way to target the agents, though. And I doubt he's sending them all puzzle boxes. Hold on, let's just walk through it.
Yeah, let's think about it. Now, do any of these agents happen to have some type of electronic device on them that could be used to send a signal of some type? Like some type of communications device, maybe. An intelligent one, perhaps. One might even say some type of smartphone. Includes names and operatives. Communications grid. And well, there's not really anything else on there, is there?
He's hacked their cell phones. He could pinpoint the location of any one of these operatives.
Okay, so we got a missile launcher there, we got cell phones there. And did we really need to have this part spelled out for us?
And he can broadcast his signal through their phone to make them a target of a missile strike.
Can you block it?
If I can get a clean copy of the signal, yes. It's the only way I can get a clean version of the signal. It's pretty grim, Alfred. You don't have to watch.
I can handle it. I've never been one to shy away from duty, however unpleasant it may be.
Of course you can. Let's get this over with.
Bruce, get my daughter out of the building. Get yourself out.
What are you talking? What did you figure out?
I've solved the Riddler's puzzle, Bruce.
He knew he was going to die. Can you switch to audio only, please?
Tell Tiffany that I love her. That I'm sorry I wasn't around more. Lucius, we really made a difference, didn't we? Batman?
I shouldn't have watched this. I'll go get that tea, Master Bruce.
All right. Now I just need to create a filter to get a clean version of the signal. And then match up the points found in both sound files.
DJ School, don't fail me now.
The Sable. Bruce?
No. No connection there. The two sounds have to be the same.
Alright.
Tower. Enterprises. Tiffany. Dwayne. Batman? Tiffany.
Of course, it's going to be his daughter's name.
Tiffany.
That's a match.
Okay, so we got Batman there, Wayne there, Bruce there.
Bruce. Bruce.
Okay,
Bruce.
Link.
Bruce. Bruce.
The waveforms match. There. I've piggybacked onto Riddler's cell phone hack. They'll recognize any incoming signal match and shut down, negating a launch.
That was a fast cup of tea making
Makes
there.
sense for me to have the signal on me as well.
What for?
Riddler still has functioning missiles. Once he finds out I've blocked his targets, he may decide to launch indiscriminately. But with the signal, I might be able to divert them. Tiffany gave me this the day Lucius died. Let's put it to good work. It's not a theory I really want to test.
So we had better find Riddler first. There is always Riddler's second in command. Eli Nabel, arrested after his attack on the casino. None of the authorities have gotten anything out of him yet.
Unknown contact.
What is it?
That John guy from the funeral, from Arkham. Who actually sounds like he's keeping his word. Maury, huh? John thinks that Maury can get us Riddler's location.
You believe him?
I almost forgot. It's my screen background now. Ha 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 ha!
Maybe we should go back to the beginning. Bring Rumi Mori up on the back computer. Either of them could potentially lead me to him.
The question is, which is more likely to help you?
Well, let's think about that. On the one hand, we've got the businessman who, yeah, we cost him a finger, but we did save his life. But he's also a hardened criminal arms dealer. And then we have the career criminal who the agency has not been able to break, even though they apparently do all sorts of terrible things to their prisoners. I'm thinking leaning on the arms dealer may be a little more productive. Which is why we're going to go after this guy.
Riddler's lieutenant.
Eli Nabel. Took a go at me in the casino. Put up quite a fight.
Cracking him will be tougher, more physical. Certainly a job for Batman. He's currently in Waller's custody in a GCPD holding cell. Interrogating Nabel there would be a visible endorsement of Waller's authority. Gordon won't like it. On the other hand...
Oh, okay, let's go ahead and look at the other hand.
Maury's a businessman. Given the right incentive, he could be persuaded to talk. He sure can't have any love for Riddler after his attempted murder at the casino.
I'd say he'd respond better to a more genteel approach. Peer-to-peer as Bruce Wayne. However, the agency is watching him. If Waller finds out that Bruce Wayne sought a parley with Mori, she'll not be best pleased.
Well, since we're trying to make Waller happy on all this...
I'll talk to Eli. It'll be nice to catch up. Tell Waller I'm on my way.
Wait. So Alfred is just going to call Amanda Waller and say, yes, you don't know who I am, but I'm with Batman, and he is going to show up so that he can interrogate one of your prisoners. That is so very Batman 66 Red Phone. They never do ask who the British guy who's calling Commissioner Gordon is. Although they did very cleverly explain that, oh, well, Bruce Wayne offered me the use of his butler for this. Because, you know, that's what rich guys did back then. Anyway. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Batman. Gordon's in briefing the deputy ops. I'm sure I'd want to know you were here. Waller's agency people commandeered the whole precinct. Pretty much moved in. They give you any trouble, I'll straighten them out. Running around like they own the place. They got no respect for the way we do things.
Not expecting problems, Detective. We're all on the same team.
Good to finally hear someone around here say it.
I'd shout it from the rooftops if you acted like it was true.
4 of my agents went missing, including Agent Avesta. I don't have time for a pissing contest.
Your agents are missing?
We believe Riddler took them. If the body you found in his workshop is anything to go by, we don't have much time. Riddler warned us the last time we nearly caught him in Sudan. Said he'd hit back if we got too close.
Sounds like you need my help.
If it gets my people back, then sure. Riddler's lieutenant hasn't given us a damn thing. I'm hoping you'll have better luck making him talk.
That's why I'm here.
Come on, then.
Just remember, the commissioner likes things by the book.
Gordon told me you talked to Riddler in the workshop. You say anything I should know?
Riddler said he had a history with the agency. Claims your people broke him. Made him insane.
That maniac was insane long before he came on my radar.
He implied it was before your time.
He can tell me all about it after Nabel gives him up. You know, I saw what you did to Carmine Falcone last year. If you impaled a 60-year-old man on a spike of rebar, well, you'll know how to deal with this punk.
What's your point?
Use any means necessary. As long as you get Nabel to tell us where Riddler is. My agents' lives are at risk. The gloves have to come off.
I'll get him to talk. Whatever it takes.
You and me, we're doers, Batman. We know how to get things done.
Yeah, Amanda Waller approves of our actions. I'm feeling really dirty right now.
Meet your new interrogator, Eli. I believe you two have met before. Get up and get in that goddamn chair. Probably best to keep this off the record. Unless you prefer me to leave it on. If you're worried what Gordon might think.
I've got nothing to hide. From Gordon or anyone else.
Need anything else?
I'm good.
Yeah, he's clearly shaken. So apparently the agency has been doing their thing. I think a little bit of good cop will work here, but
They roughed you
not
up
too
pretty
good.
bad, Eli. And still you didn't crack. You're tough. I'll give you that.
I'm so glad you're here. These people, they ain't cops. They ran the cops off. But I heard about you. You'll keep them, keep her from killing me. Riddler said you had rules against that. Against killing.
Time's running out, Eli, so don't test it.
Just get me out of here.
Talk, and I'll think about it.
I can't.
We don't have time for carrots, Batman. Only thing moving this mule is a big old stick. You get me?
I'm getting there, Waller. Just working up to it.
Good. Then I'll let you do your job.
Thank you. Criminy. Micromanagers, eh?
Where is he, Eli?
I already said I can't tell you. And I said it 1,000,000 times to the guys before. The only thing I'm more scared of than dying is pissing him off. You've seen his machines. He can hurt you in ways they don't got names for.
Riddler just dabbles in pain, Eli. I've turned pain into an art form.
You don't understand. Riddler has a plan that no one can stop. You can't beat him. He studied you too well. And the agency, they don't have a chance. He can destroy them anytime he wants with a phone call.
He's talking about the signal, Bruce. He has no idea you protected the agent's phones.
There's no one that can save me if I cross him.
I blocked the agency cells, Eli. They won't work as targets.
How do you know about that?
I'm smarter than Riddler.
Because I'm
Makes no
Batman.
difference. There's no getting away from him. He can be anywhere with his signal.
Bruce, his fear of Riddler is too great. You have to get in his head somehow.
Jeez, everybody's telling me what to do.
There's nothing you can do, Batman.
Let's bluff it. That's what I do if I were Batman, but yeah, let's go bloody.
Eli, you are wasting my time. And I'm out of patience. Where's he hiding?
He's on a ship. In Gotham Bay.
What ship?
The Lady of Dublin. He's launching the missiles there, too.
The hell, Batman? What have you done?
The Lady of Dublin.
What you did to him. How could you? How could you hurt him like that? Honestly, I can't see him recovering from head trauma like that.
Spare me your judgments, Detective. I have a job to do, and I don't have the luxury of scruples.
Damn.
Scruples aren't a luxury. They're a necessity. They're what make us the good guys.
Sometimes good is just another word for ineffective, Detective. It's all about a means to an end.
You're a monster.
Yeah, but he's my monster.
Armed men on board. This must be it. Be careful, Bruce. Who knows what the Riddler has up his sleeve?
Yeah, I wish this was one of those Arkham Asylum games. This would be much faster.
I'm on board, Al.
Do you see Riddler?
I hear him. Need to get a better angle.
You'll see what's gonna happen.
Maybe if I stop talking to myself,
We'll all be here soon.
they won't hear me.
Then you'll see what this is all made of. You agency imbeciles really thought you could stand me. You and your boss, Waller. So she's about to regret her miscalculations. All your idiot colleagues, too. And it's hard to blame individuals for institutional incompetence. The agency has a history of terrible decisions. Your agency has been on my heels far too long. I'll give it to you. You're relentless. I'll admit it's going to feel satisfying to get my revenge on your...
Get out of your ramble, son.
Even if you're really just a small part of my plan. What are you talking about? You'll see what I mean soon. They might be angry I brought you here, but when they understand why, they'll recognize my brilliance.
I should have gone to the bathroom before I came out here.
Qualified to see the big picture.
Okay, hello.
It's often
Come
the
on, come on, come
struggle
on.
making people see that. You think? I'm sure you can understand.
Well, now I feel silly.
I get it.
A good spot for cover.
Methods can appear a little unorthodox.
Hostages.
They appear to be more of Waller's agents.
Agents of Vesta and Blake are likely among them, based on what Waller told us. We found him.
Your interrogation of Riddler's man produced solid intelligence. No sight of the missiles yet, though.
They must be here somewhere.
Yeah, hopefully they didn't hear that loud thud.
Wait for it.
You brought this on yourselves. All of you. You government clods really thought you were smarter than me. It's clear you're in desperate need of some schooling. My friends will be here soon. I'd keep your mouths shut until then.
Hostages first. When they're safe, I can find the missiles. Targeting on Lino.
Ready, Bruce.
hostages go, Riddler.
You can't possibly think clunking a few heads is enough to make me roll over.
I could hope.
Oversized vermin!
Batman!
That was anticlimactic.
Agent Avesta.
The floor! It's heating up! Thanks, Batman.
Watch the hands, watch the hands!
Are you all right? Oh, God. Not more.
He's wearing something that neutralizes the shock device.
Yeah, thanks, Alfred. I figured that out.
I've memorized your playbook, Batman. I know all your shallow tricks. Poor Eli held out longer than I expected, but I knew he'd give me up eventually. All part of the plan.
The missiles.
Bait. Just like the hostages were bait. I knew you couldn't bear to let these agents die. You care too much about the little people. That makes you weak. I saw how you saved Maury. I saw how angry you got about what happened to Fox.
You're wrong, Riddler. It makes me a hero. It's what makes me different from you.
It's why I'm out here, and you're in there. About to meet your maker. My partners were supposed to be here to see this. I guess I can just show them the bodies. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Get them wrong, one of these agents gets torn apart.
You won't get away with this.
You get them right, this happens. I designed this for you, Batman. Gotham's champion of justice will die in an unfair puzzle. Let's get started. We have a lot to get through. I'm curious to see how you'll handle it all.
It's me you want, not Agent Avesta. Let her go.
Oh no, she needs to be in there with you. You can handle the sonic blasts. But her... I estimate 3 blasts at most before her insides rupture. This one should be easy, Batman. Close to the heart. I solved a puzzle box for the Bat. Now I'm dead. And I mean dismembered. Closed casket for sure, kind of dead. Who am I?
If you know the answer, please say it. My colleagues will die otherwise.
Speak up, Batman.
Lucius.
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
Lucius Fox.
Very good, Batman. You saved a life. But...
Thank you.
Batman, don't answer any more of his questions.
No, Blake. I won't let you die.
Number 2, also completely self-evident. I am black and blue and bleeding from the ears. Who am I?
I think he means me. Say it.
Don't you dare answer that!
Please. Don't let him die. Say it!
Avesta. The answer is Agent Avesta.
You got it, Batman! Ha! Here's your prize.
Oh my god. Iman!
What have you done?
Enough, Riddler. You made your point.
Just one more, Batman. Then it'll all be over.
I'll distract him. Just get us out of here.
I'm the sharpest mind you'll ever meet. The original genius with Gotham at my feet. Who am I?
You're Riddler. Riddler's the genius.
Well done, Agent. You answered so quickly, you almost deserve not to get the blast.
So you link to that or link to the cane?
I'll fire one of the missiles.
You're much too slow, Batman.
Ah,
I
shoot.
think we're through.
And once again, my cheap mouse gets the better of me. Because I was trying to see if I could hit his cane, but alright.
I'll fire one of the missiles. Use the Batcam to make it target the cage. And use Riddler's trap to protect Iman and myself from the explosion.
Okay. Sounds like a good plan.
What you're saying, Agent Avesta, but you're not the one I need to hear it from.
Missile armed, ready to fire.
Who's the genius, Batman? Who's on top of Gotham now? I want to hear it from you.
I am.
What are you doing? No, 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 no! Impossible! You think you're clever, don't you? You don't impress me. You might have bought yourself some time. Who's the man who's got no time left?
The Riddler.
Thought you'd get such an easy one right.
Those missiles are aimed right at the city.
The answer is Batman. This can't be happening!
Let's go with Anchor Punch.
Come on.
Batman. Thank God. I didn't think we were going to make it. I thought...
I'm just glad you're on your feet. You took quite a beating. Agent, are you okay?
My ears! I can't hear!
Yeah, this is really, really, really not what Batman would do. Like, ever.
It's over, Riddler. Look forward to a padded cell.
Well, congratulations, Batman. You managed, even in my twisted game, to keep everyone alive. But at what cost? Agent Infestus suffered, so no one had to die. That can't sit well with you. Can it?
This entire twisted situation is your doing, Riddler. All blame is on you. And so are the consequences.
You came after me, you know. Not the other way around. I made you hurt an innocent woman to get to me. Oh, my comrades would have been impressed. I set this all up to show them. I thought they'd back me up, even if they didn't agree. They left me here to deal with you alone. They betrayed me.
I look forward to meeting these friends of yours. They're next on my list.
Good. They deserve it. Unless that white-faced prick set me up. Never told them to meet me here. They broke the pact.
The pact?
Where have we heard that before? Alright, let's see. First word sounds like dropping dead. Come on. You can tell me the riddle. Come on. I'll play this time. Ah, crap.
Lock the ship down. And radio for more medics. But... Riddler, is he... Oh, God damn it. I hope it was worth it, Batman.
Worth it?
Riddler's a damn corpse. We got an agent bleeding from the years. We're not getting a shred of usable testimony out of Eli Nabel. Not after you scared him half to death in my custody. You went behind my back with Waller and buried the investigation in the process. This is beyond the goddamn pale. What were you thinking? How could you undermine me like that?
Stopping Riddler saved lives, Gordon. Everything I did was a means to an end.
Leaving me to clean up a lawsuit and a PR mess. The trust between us, it's gone. Our partnership is over. No more sharing evidence. No more squad car backup. The GCPD can't support you anymore.
We've done so much for Gotham, Jim. Don't break up our team over this.
I can't work with someone who goes behind my back. And that's all there is to it. I just want to know how we got to such a messed up place.
You're supposed to be the one with the answers, Commissioner. Way I see it, Batman took initiative getting a confession from Nader. You, on the other hand, Gordon, well, you've been 2 steps behind Riddler from the start.
That is not fair.
This mess here, that's on you. Batman's had his priorities straight, but you...
Now wait a damn minute.
Your stonewalling the agency has screwed us all.
This is my fault, and mine alone. It's not fair to let Gordon take the blame.
Now you side with me. Don't do me any favors, Batman. I can look after myself.
Do as he asks. Right now, we need doers, not complainers. Consider it a kindness I don't just straight up get you demoted. Now leave us alone. We have sensitive case details to discuss.
You two deserve each other.
Okay, so, what have we managed to accomplish so far in this first chapter of the game? Well, we took a really good relationship with the police working with us openly, and have managed to completely and totally throw that to the 9 winds. We now have the uber-fascist Amanda Waller defending us. We've got our best buddy John working with us openly. And we just wound up getting an innocent woman permanently deafened, although technically saving lives and preserving lives for the greater good, although we crossed a whole hell of a lot of lines Batman would not normally cross in order to do it. So, I'd say we're doing pretty well with that goal of jacking around with the whole Batman history thing, but there's more.
This city is about to find itself in a crisis the likes of which it's never known.
Oh, not a crisis.
Riddler had a crew. Not just any crew. The worst criminal minds from all over the world, here in Gotham. You've come across anything about them? I'm assuming you've heard of them by now.
Riddler expected his friends to back him up tonight. Guess he wasn't as popular as he thought.
That fits a theory we have. Evidence from his workshop suggests he was involved in a feud with another member of the group.
H.
Dr. Harleen Quinzel, former psychiatrist at Arkham Asylum.
Bum bum bum.
Very elusive. Keeps her head down. Much more so than that show-off Riddler. He was going to be my way in once we captured him alive. But now I have you to lean on. A man who lives on both sides of the line and knows exactly when to cross it. Yes, you and I will be working together very closely. Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Of course she knew. It's the wall. Okay, so let's just run through our relationships here. You and 58.6% of all players left John ecstatic. At the funeral, he was pleased to see you. He was proud of himself that he chose a card you liked. He was absolutely ecstatic that you agreed to meet his friend. So, happy, positive relationship with John. You and 77.9% of players left Tiffany furious. She was thrilled when you told her she could help the puzzle box. At the funeral, she was consoled when you were able to relate to her. But because you told her the truth about endangering Lucius, now she feels betrayed. So, that's what honesty will get you in this game. You and 68.7% of players saw Alfred become vengeful. He was concerned when you said he wanted revenge. Showing him the video of Lucius being killed filled him with vengeance. He was horrified by your violence against Eli despite wanting revenge. So, make up your mind, Al. You and 22.3% of players left Gordon feeling betrayed. He appreciated you backing him in front of Waller. Was suspicious that you didn't want to talk about Lucius, although I kind of did talk about it. He feels betrayed that you went behind his back. So, yeah. You and 38.1% of players forged a relationship with Waller that was collaborative. She wasn't happy about me defending Gordon early on. She approved me getting violent with Eli. But because you decided to go to her instead of Gordon, she is looking forward to working with you. And, 55.6 left. Agent Iman traumatized you. Impressed you stood up to Waller. She appreciated your honest answers to her questions, but she is traumatized by the torture she endured at the hands of Riddler. So, yeah, saved the lives, but lost the battle. Let's see, what did you tell Gordon about your connection, Lucius? You and 82% of players confessed he was an ally. 9.9% of players said you couldn't talk about it. 1.6% of players said they were silent. 6.4% lied about it. Most players choose to interrogate Eli rather than go after... Actually, less of us choose to go after Eli rather than try and question Maury. I went with the minor option of beating the information out of him. Most people wound up sacrificing him on to save the other agents, so he went majority way there. So yeah, we wound up taking most of the same choices as people, but picked some of the more difficult ways. So yeah. Let's see if there's a little introduction video for part 2. I think there is. Updating content. Alright, turns out it does not have a video for part 2, so next time we will start episode 2 of Batman the Enemy Within, although, yeah, spoiler, looking at that outline there. With his identity on the line, Bruce must work with a new power player in Gotham. A criminal conspiracy is growing in the shadows, threatening the entire city. And that is where we will move next time. We will see you then.